I live in Glendale. It's pretty bad traffic coming here, but it's okay.
Yeah.
It's 12 miles, 15 miles away, but
Yeah.
it takes me an hour to get here.
But when did you become Russian? Like
I
that's the
don't
question.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Comedy Club Confessions. My guest today is my very good friend Paul Elia, stand-up comedian, and actually one of my favorite actors. We just talked about that right now.
Yeah, man.
Favorite actors that isn't like De Niro level. You know what I'm saying?
Right? Yeah. That's a good place to put it.
But you're a really good actor.
Thank you, bro.
Like we took acting class together, and he's very dedicated. With you done any big stuff lately?
Big stuff. I filmed a show for Fuse, but that wasn't really like acting. It's just like
Being
talking
yourself?
head situation. Yeah. I would say as far as parts to play, not in a while, man. I haven't really played
What
anything.
do you like the most? Like, what do you like, being a comedian or acting?
Man, they both scratch a different itch, you know?
Yeah.
Like when I'm doing stand up, like it just feels, you know, the feeling, it feels
Yeah.
so free. And then when I'm doing like a drama, like a serious drama, and then I'm able to just,
Yeah, that's the face. That dude, when you do that,
I got
it's-
goosebumps.
bro, it gets me goosebumps. Like I mean, I've seen your stand up, you're a great stand up as well, but something about watching you in acting class, like the way you like what you just did right now. I don't know what the hell you just did. You got real like yeah, like well, do it again. Do it again.
Yeah. I don't
zoom
know,
into the
man.
camera,
I
look.
don't know if I can.
Like you take a pause, like a big pause, like you just made some drama right now happen right now. Like,
Yeah,
I feel
bro.
like something's about to go down right now. Like you didn't do anything, but I'm already thinking like, where the fucking is the machine gun? You know?
And I'm like, it's right here. Look at this bitch ass machine gun. Yeah.
Dude. So what's up, man? Tell me your story real quick. This Comedy Club Confessions. We basically tell stories about one, if you don't like someone in the business, which we don't, you know, or someone that rubbed you the wrong way, or maybe someone that did something good for you that helped you out with your career. We don't have to get to it right away, but you can tell me a little bit about you. You're from Detroit originally.
Yeah, from Detroit. My first stand-up show ever was in Detroit. It was in
Okay.
front of 2,000 people.
Wow.
Yeah, I basically told the guy running the show, I was working on a show at the time called Detroit 187. So I'm working on this show. I'm a stand-in for Michael Imperioli, who plays Christopher from The Sopranos.
Okay.
So as his stand-in, I learned everything about acting from him.
Oh wow.
I would watch him act, and I would be like, and then as a stand-in, I would just go up to him when he's not filming, like he's by craft services. I'm like, hey, Michael, why did you do this? What does this mean? What do you do this? And he was so dope, bro. He would actually give me notes and give me advice.
Really?
Yeah, and then as a stand-in, when I'm basically standing in for him, they would be like, let's rehearse the scene and see what it looks like. So they would rehearse the scene with the stand-ins, and I would act for real.
Oh really?
Bro, I'd show up off book.
Oh wow.
And they're like, this motherfucker's off book. And the main character...
He's still like, what line?
So like, hey, what are we doing? Yeah, and I'm like, I remember everyone's lines because I was like, in case he dies,
In case he dies,
I'm there.
you're there.
Yeah.
And
I'm
you
like,
look,
I could be
you
him.
look a little like him, right?
I looked enough like him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I just learned how to act from there. And I was just so interested in just entertaining and performing. I had no fear, bro.
And what year was this?
This was in 2010.
No way. That's when I started doing comedy.
Yeah. And then my first show was in 2011. Basically, the show was started in the summer. And then 2011, I did my first stand-up show. One of the actors was putting on an comedy event. And I was like, yo, I'm a comedian, bro. You should put me on stage. And then I just bombed
Hard.
Bro, I knew I bombed hard because
Like, I was a comedian. I didn't say it was a good one.
yeah. I'm like, you got to ask. How good I am.
Like, you gotta get the dotted line. You gotta read that.
You didn't read the terms and conditions.
Yeah.
That's
You said
all you-
comedian. I didn't say a good one.
yeah.
That's funny.
Bro, and I bombed hard. I knew I bombed hard because my family walked out mid-joke.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like my brother, like I remember I said something and I was like, and then that happened. And then it was quiet. Then I heard my brother just like this. So I just heard that loud ass sigh and I knew it was him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, it sounds like him.
Yeah, he's like, I told you to come work for me.
Right? And then I was like, you still hiring?
Your brother does that Quest thing, right? The Quest thing you're talking about?
No. So he's a lawyer.
Oh, he's a lawyer.
And then I was working for my cousin's company that was
Even
a
worse, your
toxicology
brother's a
lab.
fucking lawyer.
Yeah,
He's
bro.
like, yeah. He's like, oh my God, listen, this is
yeah, he goes, objection.
objection. Yeah, objection.
It was bad, man.
Damn, dude, that sucks, man.
But bro, then when I moved to LA, the first open mic I ever did was at your club, bro.
At the Ha Comedy
At the
Club.
Ha Comic Club. Sean Kerrigan was hosting, and that was the first open mic I ever did. My first show ever. I would say my first real show was the Ha Ha competition.
Yeah.
I did the Ha Ha
Did
competition.
you win?
I got third place.
Yeah, you got the fries.
Isn't that a different club that
That's
gets
a different. It's a joke. That's flappers.
Yeah.
You won that one though, right?
Yeah. Bro, I remember I got third place. I got a basket of fries.
Yeah.
But I remember like the way the host, like I guess the owner or the ex-owner was like the host of the show, and he goes, third place, basket of fries.
Oh, at Ice House. I mean, Flappers.
Flappers, yeah.
Oh, his name is Dave, right?
Dave, yeah. I was doing all the competitions, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll just do whatever I can get.
So you took third place in almost every competition.
Man, I was third for a minute. Yeah.
That's
But
right.
the thing is, I was
now
like,
you're first.
Now I'm first, baby.
Now you're first, right?
Yeah. I was thinking about just doing one of those comedy competitions,
Yeah.
just to see if I'd win. But how
Yeah.
shitty would that be
Yeah.
if I get third? Someone else gets first.
I actually did the haha one, and like it helps if you're bringing people. I didn't bring anybody, and I won. But this is also because I'm like maybe they made me win because my parents own the club. I never got a fair shot, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't
That's
think
a little
I won.
biased.
Yeah, like, let them win.
You're like, how did Jack win? He didn't perform.
Yeah. My dad's like, I did not go to a soccer game, but let them win.
This makes up for it.
Yeah, look, he's Jim winner. Yeah, you take a picture. He makes
gives you a
pins.
trophy.
He makes pins and stuff.
He goes, Jack, wear the soccer jersey. You're like, this doesn't fit.
Where's the soccer jersey? It doesn't fit. Oh yeah, that's terrible. So then you left Detroit. You came to LA, you're doing shows, and then you were still acting or no?
Yeah, I was still acting, and I was just shooting my own stuff, bro. I mean, if I'm being completely honest, I've never really had Hollywood look out for me. Like, I never did something or auditioned for something, and I was the better performer, and I outperformed someone. I've always been out-credited in so many ways, which is the way the game works.
What does that mean?
It's just I would lose roles to people with more credits than me.
Okay.
I'd lose roles to people who are more famous than me, more experience. And
Yeah.
oftentimes I would get close to some big things. Like there were some things I auditioned for, bro, like series regulars, recurrings, big roles, life-changing roles that I can use to leverage into bigger things. And I would lose those roles. And then every time it was always a different variation of the same thing, which is he isn't the right fit. He's not the right feel.
Yeah.
He's too whatever, insert thing, you know? So at a point I was just like, bro, I'm just going to get so good that motherfuckers are just going to feel bad. They're going to lose sleep saying
like,
no to me.
This guy was the one. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was just my mentality. And that is why when I started that studio with Sue Hamilton, I was like, I'm just going to start this studio. Fuck work. I was working at a nightclub at the time. And I was like, I'll work at this nightclub on the weekends. During the week, I'm going to do this acting class. I was barely making money, bro.
Yeah.
I was barely making money, bro. I was living in a 1-bedroom apartment with a white rapper named Scripture.
No way.
Yeah, who's an atheist.
Wow. What's that like?
Oh man, it was wild.
To convert you? Is there a conversion? Can you convert someone to not believing something?
I think I would just be like, yo, Mike, why don't you believe? Well, I thought it was interesting. His name was Scripture, and I'm like, you want us to believe in you, and you don't?
You still talk to this guy?
I saw him not too long ago.
Really?
Yeah, I saw him not too long
How'd
ago.
you find him? Craigslist?
Bro, he was a actor in Detroit on the show.
Oh, okay.
He did a big guest star. And when I moved to LA, the only people I knew were the people from Detroit 187, the directors, and Scripture.
Yeah.
And then I hit up Scripture and I'm like, man, I'm in LA. What do I
do?
What do I do? And then he goes, let's go to Runyon Canyon. I went to Runyon Canyon. I brought headshots.
You brought headshots to Runyon?
I brought headshots to Runyon Canyon.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then I was like, if I meet anyone, I'm just going to be like, hey, here it is.
You brought headshots?
Bro, I was such a networker, bro.
You were. That's how I met you.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, I probably gave you a demo reel.
No, you were just like, hey, I'm in the list. He's like, look, head, yes.
And I was like, accept me. And you're like, the fuck away.
No, man, you're a hustler, bro. And look at you now. You're killing it. You started low key right before COVID, right?
Yeah, we started low key a year before COVID. And then when COVID happened, we rebranded to low key outside.
Yeah.
And then now that everything was inside, I was like, man, instead of low key outside, I think I should change it to low key comedy show and make it a outdoor, indoor show. And it's become a brand.
Are you still
now.
doing Matt Rife or no?
Yeah, I'm still doing it with Matt.
Yeah.
Matt is one of the reasons it is what it is, bro. You know?
Yeah, you got a lot of press from it, right?
Bro, we got some press from it, man. And, you know, the show, it took a while for the show to find its voice.
Yeah.
And when Matt started to tour and do other shows, like he's really busy. Matt's always working.
He's so busy, yeah.
Yeah, so Matt trusted me with the show, and then he basically trusted to give me power of the show.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, let's, you know, I would book the lineups. Like we were just talking about, I would book the lineups, right? I would set up the show. I would set up chairs. I would call the chair guy, and I would basically show up. The show's at 7:30. I'd show up at 4:30.
4:30, yeah.
Right? Set up chairs. Set up the truck.
This is when it was in the apartment or in the parking lot.
In the park, and both parking lot and the thing,
Oh.
and we would do it together. Me and
Yeah.
Matt would do it together. There are some days where Matt couldn't make it, and I have to do it on my own. I would bring someone to help me, right? And I was such a micromanager because I wanted the show to look perfect.
Yeah, it's not your excuse because you're Middle Eastern,
Bro.
You're the no chair left, right chair.
Yeah. For some reason, I would talk with an accent.
Yeah.
And then I'd perform like this. Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah, hey guys.
I'm like, fucking taxes are crazy.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. I know, dude. I know exactly because during COVID, I started an outdoor show with the pool. Remember the pool thing I was doing?
Yeah.
That didn't take off. Like you got a lot of press. Matt Rife is. You guys had so much. I remember you guys were like. I mean, I was doing it for a while, but I had no press, and I was like, good because I have a bar. I don't want to get in trouble. Were you sell drinks at the show or no?
No, but
Just
people
people-
would get from 7-Eleven and then bring it to the
Yeah.
show.
We had a donation bar.
Oh, that's great. Donation
Yeah.
bars are great,
Donation
bro.
bar is great, but yeah. So now the show is at the Comedy Store. Back at the Comedy Store. Is it permanently the Comedy Store, or is it moves around? Because I know you didn't want in Detroit.
Yeah, so we're bouncing around. You know,
Uh-huh.
like we're doing a show in Detroit. We're about to do a show in Lebanon, bro.
Shut the hell up,
Yeah, man, we're doing a show in Lebanon.
dude! I got family that I could bring. I'm not even lying.
Player.
I have so much family in Lebanon. Not that I'm a bringer comic, but we're all bringers. We're all bringers.
Yeah,
fans.
yeah.
My dad, my whole family's in Lebanon, in Beirut.
Bro, let's plan a show in Lebanon,
Let's
man.
do it. Let's get
Let's
down
do it,
here.
bro. Yeah, we just run. And then it freeze frames. We never saw Jack or Paul again. Jack had a successful acting career.
That's so funny. You're doing low key in Lebanon? That's crazy.
Yeah, man, bro.
Are you working with that guy? That guy that does shows out there, or is this completely different?
So this was with another company. They do shows in Lebanon. They're one of the biggest comedy companies in Lebanon. They're called Awkward. We haven't announced anything yet,
Okay.
but it's everything's still
That's
pending.
great, man.
Yeah, but man, I'm so excited to work with these guys,
It's
bro.
kind of scary right now to go over there, but it's always scary to go to the Middle East.
You know, man, for a while, like after the George Floyd protests in LA,
Yeah.
even going outside was scary.
Yeah,
And
totally.
I was like, this world is so fucking scary.
You
bro.
never know what's gonna happen.
And that's why, and that is one of the reasons why we decided to do the show. Like Matt was like, bro, I just need to do a show. Matt was like, for my mental health, I need to do a show.
Yeah.
I'm like, the world is scary. And I was like, bro, how dope would it be to provide a space where the world just felt less scary for 2 hours?
Yeah.
We all got shit we're dealing with.
Yeah.
We all got family trauma, people getting sick, people getting hurt,
Yeah.
things happening. Terrible things happen, bro. And it's like, there's things we cannot control, but one thing we can control is like just giving an outlet to find peace with all this.
Yeah.
So that's what really the honest impact of the show. I feel like it had that.
Yeah.
And that's all I cared about. I didn't give a fuck about industry.
Yeah.
I didn't give a fuck about agents. I
Yeah.
didn't give a fuck about managers.
Yeah.
And we were talking about like confessions and like industry shit. I
Yeah.
mean, we all feel slept on.
Yeah.
We all feel slept on. We feel like, yo, the industry owes me something. Look how dope I am. Look how funny I am. I'm murdering right now.
Yeah.
Look how hilarious I am. I'm selling out shows in Vegas, Vancouver, all these cities
Yeah.
where you sell out shows. And we're like, are y'all not?
Seeing this?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what is, and then we start thinking, what is the thing? What is the thing? Why? And then I just completely abandoned that mentality. And I was like, all I can focus on, bro, is the show. That's all I can focus on. That's all I care about. And like even managers and agents would come to the show, like, hey, good show, man. Blah, blah, blah with blah, blah, blah agency. And I'm like, oh, hey, nice to meet you, man. See you later. I fold up a chair. I'm out.
Does it make you feel way better? It's like it's so much weight off your shoulder. Like I remember dude, I always felt like that. I was like, how come this guy got that? I got this. I'm touring. I'm all over the country. I'm performing in Dubai. I'm doing all these things. How come no one wants to rep me? How come no one wants to rep me? Now I would cry. I'm like, I got mouths to feed. Got kids. I want to get that audition. I want to get this commercial. I call you for help. It's just so exhausting. And people don't get that. People think that, oh, you just made it overnight. I've been doing this for almost 13 years now, and
yeah.
I'm barely having someone believe in me. Actually, I have 2 Jews representing me.
2 Jews. It's like 2 chains.
I got 2
Jews, one for the plug and one for the low.
But they actually signed me today. I actually signed the contract today, and it feels great. And it feels great to like that someone that goes, hey man, I love your work. I love what you're doing. It just feels. My own parents don't even do that to me. Oh, look at my son. He wants to go. I build this club and he goes to improv. Look. You know, it's sad how our parents are. You know,
Mhm.
probably your dad was the same way. Was it really hard on you?
Yeah, man. I mean, even no matter what level, it's like either you're George Clooney or you're homeless.
Yeah.
Those are 2 levels.
Yeah.
So once I could let go of that, I didn't let that control me. I didn't realize how much I was allowing my parents and my family's opinion to control me. I didn't realize how much I was allowing the industry to control me.
Yeah.
And then I feel like during COVID, I started to gain some momentum. I mean, like I auditioned for JFL and some of these other things, and I wouldn't get them. And I would beat myself up because I was getting opportunities and I just wouldn't capitalize on them. And it's really because I was performing for other people.
Yeah.
I was like, is this what you guys want? This is good. And then when I abandoned all of that, bro, like low key helped me abandon all of that.
Yeah.
I would go on stage with no material and it could be packed with industry people. And I'm just like, I don't give a fuck, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, I set up these chairs you sat on. I set them up.
I'm going to pick them up when you leave.
So it just allowed me to let go. And I just feel so much lighter. I feel so much more freer creatively, bro. And
things opened up as soon as you gave up.
Bro.
As soon as, you know what they say? Like, my girl right now, I'm with her right now, right? We were in high school, we dated, we broke up, and I waited and waited and waited for her to come back. I waited, I wanted her to come back. As soon as I gave up, she came back. That's exactly your situation, you know?
Yeah.
As soon as you stop trying, shit happens.
Bro, it's like when you hold the grip like this,
Yeah.
you're holding it, you're squeezing with all your might.
Yeah.
And then you don't realize you actually have a better grip when you relax.
Yeah.
And that was the note I failed to take for years. And every
That's
fruit,
really good advice, dude.
bro, every fruit ripens.
Did you write that?
I just thought of it right now.
I'm going to do
It's about jerking off, really.
Yeah. I'm going to have a better grip. I'm going to call this the Paul.
Call it the Paula.
Paula.
Yeah.
Damn, man, that was some deep shit right there.
Yeah, bro. And you know Uzzer. You met Uzzer Usman, right?
Yeah.
Uzzer Usman, bro. This guy's full of so much wisdom, man. He told me something really brilliant, man. He said one of his Sufi teachers, right? Sufi teachers like in Islam, one of his teachers told him something. He goes, man, every fruit ripens on its own schedule. You cannot control the schedule of the fruit ripening. You can try, you can pick the fruit, and then if you pick it too early, it'll never be the same. It won't taste the same.
Bro, that's a TikTok. That was so beautiful.
Oh, bro, I hope this is on TikTok.
That is so that's
but watch it not get views.
That's like
bro.
a motivational. What you just said, I would post that, like, you know, like that's so great.
Oh,
He
bro.
wrote that, or he just
well,
read it?
remove that Uzzer said it, and I'll say I said it.
Yeah.
Hollywood, baby.
Paul Elia
Yeah.
said it. He said it here first.
Paul Elia.
Paul Elia or
Yeah. Oh, so
you changed your last name.
well, I changed the pronunciation.
Okay, what happened? Oh, that. Okay, well, tell me why.
So I just grew up, and everyone called me Elia. They're like Elia. But my dad would always say Elia,
Elia.
but everyone would say Elia, and I'm like, this is the American pronunciation, bro.
Yeah.
And then I moved to Hollywood, and I'm like, I'm Elia. This is how people say it, Paul Elia. And then one day I was with my dad, and my dad said something really interesting. He was like, my dad never really says a lot of profound things. My dad, you know, he's very old school, very traditional. I mean, a lot of undiagnosed stuff, you know, that he's going through and like his framing of things, you know, and he said something really interesting and profound, which doesn't happen that often, you know, like he never like sat me down. Like, you know how our parents are. It's not like he sat me down and like taught me a lesson, you know, like a lot of the lessons I learned have been from just, you know, observing him indirectly, indirect lessons. And one of the lessons he said was, he was like, I think it was like my first stand-up TV thing. I was on Laugh Tracks. My dad saw it. And then when my dad saw it, he goes, you know, it's interesting. Like I saw the way the guy said your name. He said Elia. And I was like, that's interesting because your grandfather, he says Elia. And that's all he said.
Yeah.
And then I just thought, and for some reason, it just impacted me.
He goes, what you did is bullshit.
His version of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, like if my grandfather says Elia, then
you have to say Leah.
I should say Elia. This is my grandfather's name. I was like, so basically this whole time I was being Elia.
Yeah, Elia. That's good.
Yeah. I put that on TikTok.
That's crazy. Well, my last name, everyone says Asadorian, but it's not Asadorian. It's Asadurian. But can you say that?
Asadurian.
There you go. It's pretty good.
Os.
It's not.
Adurian.
It's os, not ass.
Os.
But there's two s's. I don't know. It's a fucked up last name.
Bro, getting people, training people, especially
Say it.
like white people or just American people in general, right? To say your name. This is how you say it. It's important, you know? Like my girlfriend's Venezuelan, and like I introduced her as Eliane, and she goes, Paul, it's Eliane.
Eliane.
And I'm like,
Eliane.
Eliane. She goes, no, Eliane. And I'm like, Eliane? She goes,
Eliane.
no. Like I'm saying
You're
it.
gonna, like I'm saying it.
Eliane.
Eliane.
No. She goes,
No.
no.
Oh, so. That's such a Middle Eastern. That means no. No.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Bro, yeah. If you're dating someone and a girl, she does this.
What's something your dad does with anything? Any like this? Something else?
My dad does.
What does your dad call the remote control? Oh,
He does that.
My dad calls the remote control. Give me the cheek. And then if he takes a shit, he goes, "Give me the fuss, fuss."
They just say the sound.
Cheek, fuss, fuss.
He goes, Paul, you've been bad. You should go to your. I'm like, are you Gabriel Iglesias? My dad doesn't act out of the door.
Hey guys, real quick, brought our sponsors, Comedy Showcase app. Make sure to go check that out. Are you on a Comedy Showcase app?
I am not.
It's this wonderful app where you put your comedy clips on, and then the people watch it, agents, industry watch it, and then you get money.
Hell yeah.
Pretty cool. Very cool. It's on Instagram, Comedy Showcase app. Check it out.
I've heard so much about Comedy Showcase, bro, and everyone's only said great things.
Is there a website? ComedyShowcase.com? Is it ComedyShowcase.com? Perfect. ComedyShowcaseApp.com. Make sure to check them out. They're very good to us.
Yeah,
Check
bro.
them out. What would you hear about it? You heard something?
Yeah, I mean, the comics that have told me, like Craig Congdon is like the first person like really
Yeah.
tell me about it. He goes, bro, this app
Yeah.
is amazing, man. You should definitely do it, and it's so great. And I just love this. I'm really even with Damon Jr.'s app, bro. It's just apps that people are creating that are like, I want to help comedians.
Yeah. Totally. It's a special guest.
Yeah. There's just so many. I mean, comedians are. It's so interesting. Like I was doing a show, the photographer got paid $150. The camera guy got paid $300. The guy that was DJing got paid $150. I'm like, why are the comics getting $30?
Yeah.
Why are the comics getting paid the least amount of money?
And they're the ones that people are here to see the comedy show. It's the worst. You know where you feel dope though? If you're on a cruise ship, the comics get the most.
Oh.
The housekeepers, they don't make nothing. It's so sad. Like they treat you like they're the housekeepers and the workers over there on the cruise ship. Dude, they look at you like look. You're walking in and they don't get off the ship at all. They live on the ship. It's freaking crazy.
Wow.
You should do cruise ships. You want to do cruise ships?
I'd be down to do a cruise
I can get
ship.
you into cruise ships.
I'd love to, man. I mean, bro.
my agent Glenn Foster. Shout out to Glenn Foster. He's one of the best. He like literally. He got me in Norwegian. I do all Carnival, and he takes care of me. And you don't have to. Some comics go, you have to do it for a month, 2 months straight. That's not true. You can do it for like a weekend or a week, whatever's available.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I just
Are you
love
boosted?
to
Vaccinated?
not boosted.
You're vaccinated.
Vaccinated.
All
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
cool.
Fully vaxxed, bro.
Which one?
Pfizer.
Ooh, you get the Pfizer? Me too, dog.
Oh hell yeah, player.
Yeah. I snorted it. Anyways,
Have you
yeah.
gotten COVID?
Yeah, like a fucking few times,
Damn.
but I never felt it. Have you?
I got it once. Yeah, that was bad, bro.
Really?
I got it in Florida. I got it from looking at Florida on a map.
No way.
Yeah, without a mask. That shit fucked me
You
up.
were in Florida? And you
I was
got
in
it?
Florida. I got it. Yeah, I went. I really.
What was
rocked
wrong
it.
with you? Like, what'd you feel?
Bro? I couldn't sleep. I was feeling massive headaches. I was having I was vomiting, and I was just like everything you can think of, bro. I was sick, ill,
Ugh.
bad.
Listen, so do you have beef with any comic right now, or
No.
anyone in the past? Anyone give you a hard time in the past or anything?
I've forgiven everyone who's ever given me a hard time.
Who give you a hard time? We can mention. I mention names all the time.
Someone specifically. I mean,
Like, who was like? Did someone tell you like, "Hey man, you're not good enough. Get out of here." Something like that?
no one's ever told me I wasn't good enough, but there has been someone who was just so petty with me, and they were holding me back from doing spots. And the way that my framing now of it is, it made me work harder.
Yeah.
It made me work harder. And there are some people who didn't like me for whatever reason, and it's just like random Hollywood high school bullshit, bro.
Uh-huh.
And I just brushed that shit off, man.
That's it.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, it hurt. It hurt me at the time. Like I was in so much pain over it, because I'm like, bro, like I want to perform at this show, and like the booker of the show just wouldn't put me on, and for some dumb shit, it's like, oh, you put on a show, because I was also trying to, because also I wasn't getting a lot of spots. So we got to produce our own.
They're mad that you're putting a show on.
Yeah, I was putting a show on, and they were like, oh, you didn't ask me to do a show. I used to book it, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
like, just tell me, hey man. And I was like, and no one came to the show anyway. I was like,
Yeah.
and we stopped doing the show after 3 shows. It bombed.
Have you? What's your favorite comedy show to do right now in LA? Besides Loki, obviously. I mean, like I know. Calm down.
I'm like, well, let me tell you about
I'm wearing this shirt right now.
well, let me tell you about the people at the Haha Comedy Club.
Now,
My
what's your home club?
I don't have one, man.
You don't have one?
I don't
You
have
just move around? You're a
I move
nomad?
around. I mean, bro, like I'm telling you, I've never had a club be like, we want to help groom you.
Really?
We never. The closest thing to that, I would say, is probably your club.
Oh, yeah?
The closest thing of when your mom was just like, show up more. I want you to show up more. Hit me up, book me. Like, I'll text your mom and I'm like, I'm looking for a spot. Your
She
mom would
probably
be
thought
like,
you were Vinny. You guys look alike. Dude,
yeah,
you and Vinny do look alike.
yeah. He's just like way louder. He's me on Max.
He's your Max. He's going to get so mad right now watching this.
He's probably not going to get this far. He can watch for a few minutes like, oh, bro, give me a sandwich.
Any advice you could give comedians that are like up and coming, something that you think you messed up on, and then you wouldn't want them to do that?
Bro, I would say every fruit ripens on its own schedule. That's the biggest note, bro. I used to, it's not about how hard can you get people to laugh. It's not about how many laughs you can get. It's how honest can you be while doing that?
Yeah.
How real can you be while doing that? And I think for a while, I would look through my jokes. I'm like, well, this isn't true. I'm like, well, this is a made up story. Well, that never happened. And I was like, all my biggest laughs are shit that I just made up that aren't true.
Yeah.
And I'm like, let me see if I can make it truthful. And how hard is that? How much time will it take for that? And then I started to do that. And then people, especially comics, bro, after my set, they'll be like, bro,
That was great.
yeah. And I would just say my honest truth about shit.
I love that. Yeah, I noticed that about you. You talked about your family more.
Yeah,
And
man.
it's been those videos you post, the one in Detroit about your dad and all that.
Yeah.
It's good.
Thank you, man.
Because I always tell comics is the best comedy is when you get off stage and I know a little bit more about you. That's the best comedy. Like everyone can do a freaking Will Smith joke or this joke. It's just very hacky. Like it just becomes hacky, like driving or just you could talk about driving, but tell us personal story about when you were driving, like But it's just like you've grown a lot as a comedian. I thank you for doing this podcast, buddy.
Thank you, bro. You too, bro. Like and again, I was gonna mention like doing the show. You often like lose sight. Like when you're a producer, you just forget about like friends and how to behave.
I give Paul a hard time because I was like, man, you know what's funny? So he's been doing this low key show since 2019, right? During COVID, he asked me for a pickup truck for his show. I got him a pickup truck, and he still didn't put me on the show. And I'm like, this motherfucker.
He gave me the supplies.
I'm like, I gave you here. Put the stage, go. I even offered him let him do it with the haha. And I'm not the one to go, hey man, put me on your show. I hate that because I know how it is.
Yeah.
I hate how bugging producers. I never that's the worst thing you do.
Yeah, man.
And I'm doing it tonight, guys. Only took 3 years.
Hey, 3 years.
The ripens now. The banana is ripe now. I'm ready to be eaten.
Hilarious. Well, bro, man, and I just have so much respect for you, bro, and like how hard you've been working. Like you mentioned, you're doing everything on your own, and you're like, how much more can I do? How much more can I see? Like you and I have been through the same journey, bro. Mm-hmm. We have the same shin splints from this journey. And so it's just great to, do this podcast and just talk to you, bro. And
it's great because I can't wait to see what's going to happen in 10 years. Like me and you're going to be on freaking Great Western Forum, some crazy, some shit like that's the coolest. Because you started the same time I started.
Yeah.
So imagine that. You see, that's going to be a great story.
Yeah, man.
Documentary.
Player.
Behind the comedy.
behind the truck?
Yeah, behind the truck. Hey guys, Comedy Club Confessions. Make sure to check us out for more. We're going to do another one later on this year with Paul. Where can they find you?
Man, I am on Instagram. I am on TikTok at @Elia_, and then on TikTok at @Elia Comedy. Check it out. And also, big news, if you are in LA, May 3rd, Loki just got into the Netflix is a Joke Festival.
Yeah. Congratulations,
thank you, man.
Bro. That is huge.
Yeah, bro. And again, that was one of those things where it's like,
did they book the comics themselves or is it you?
We're still figuring that out. Like it's just happened.
Cut the camera.
I'm like, hey, cut the camera. Every fruit.
Every fruit ripens.
Every fruit.
All right, man. Make sure to check out, what is it, May what?
May 3rd.
May 3rd, where?
Peppermint Club.
Peppermint Club. Netflix is a joke. It's a huge thing. Tell us about it. It's the first It's like the JFL of LA, right?
Yeah, man. JFL of LA.
JFL is a comedy festival in Montreal called Just for Laughs. It's been around for what, 40 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
they're starting the first one for Netflix is starting a festival which has like some big names: Kevin Hart, Gabriel Iglesias, like every huge name probably, right? Tiffany Haddish, right?
Yeah, bro. All these massive names, man. And it was just wild. I was like, man, we started in the back of an apartment building,
I know.
you know?
That's
and,
crazy.
And it was like me and Matt did that, you know?
That's great.
We did it on our own.
That's great, dude.
So it feels good.
That's amazing. I'm so proud of you. Love you, bro. Thank you so much for doing the podcast. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.